Hello, everyone. So, I believe that today is the 4th day of Kwanzaa, right? And I hope everybody's having a very, very beautiful day. It's sunny outside. The sun is shining. I took some time off to straighten up and get some things in order around my house today. We were live on my channel last night until 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. And I had a baby knocking on my door at 7:30 telling my mommy it's morning. So we had a really, really good live last night. We had a really good group of people. We chopped it up about a lot of stuff. We got into so many things. You guys should go back and watch it if you haven't. It was long. It was like 3.5 hours long. It started out talking about the interview that I did with another YouTuber last night, and just my take on that, people's feedback on it, what they thought about it, and then just a couple other things. We talked about a lot of stuff last night. It was good. But anyway, what I want to talk about today is a video that's on King Kong Conscious channel, King Kong Consciousness, which we know is Umar Johnson's channel. Hi, Umar. We enjoyed you in our chat last night. It was really, really good to talk to you. Thank you for joining us. But I want to talk about this video. He's got I haven't even watched the video, but I know we need to watch it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the video is called... Oh, Lord, you're another one of these long-ass titles. Hold on. Dr. Umar Kwanzaa Day number 3 Ujima Seminar. What's love got to do with it? Black male-female relationships. I'm sure at some point YouTube was like, title is too long. Hold on a second. I'm going to get my selfie stick so I can make this a little bit easier on my hands. And I forgot I even had one. I was looking in a bag full of electronic stuff I brought back from China and realized I got this super snazzy, I've never even used it. I've had this thing for years. This selfie stick from Miniso. And if you know anything about Chinese and Japanese stuff, you know Miniso is one of the best places to go to get some good stuff. This one is really cool. It's got, I probably should charge it. You can use a USB to charge it right here. One of the old USBs, not that Type-C one. But you can also, it has a light. Gosh, I wish I had charged it. Let me see if I can plug it in real quick so I can show you for a moment just how good this thing is. I used to do videos in China at night. I've only used this once or twice because it didn't really work well with the phone I was using. I had an iPhone 6 Plus, which is really big. Hold on. Just set you on the counter for a second. I had an iPhone 6 Plus, which was really big, and it just didn't fit in here very nicely because it has a spring load, but you have to it's spring loaded, and that iPhone 6 Plus is just really wide, and it doesn't really work well with the buttons on the side in here. They would always get pressed. It just didn't work well. But let me see if I can plug this in. What's that, baby? No. You want what? Wait, what is it that you want? What do you want, baby? Oh, yeah, go get it, baby. I thought you said chocolate. You said tablet. Okay, so I'm just going to plug it in for a second. And see if you can see. Oh, it's not. Oh, there's the button. Oh, the light's not charged enough. You can see it flickering probably. See it? Oh, it's such a good light. And then it even has levels. Look. 3 levels, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, and 3. And what I like about it is it also has a mirror on the back, so you can check yourself out and make sure everything is straight. It does have a remote control for the camera. If you connect your camera to this by Bluetooth. It actually has a Bluetooth receiver on it, and you can connect your camera to it by Bluetooth, and you can take the pictures by Bluetooth. And I just love it because it looks good. Miniso did a really good job with this line they came out with that was like this. Everything had this rose gold pearl finish. I had some headphones. You can go back and look at some of those old videos when I was in China, and I had some pink headphones on that went with this. Like, they had a whole suite of products. And this is really, really cool. I've had it a long time. I may have only used it once or twice. I said never, but maybe once or twice. But it's really steady. It even has like an adjustable, you know, where you can adjust the swing arm to get the right angle. I think it's cool. I'm not sure I'm going to use the light, so I'm going to go ahead and unplug it. I might use it. Let's see. So I'm going to put, and you can't do it this way. Everything has to go this way. So I'm going to have to fix that in editing. So let's see. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that'll work. So the reason why I wanted to watch this video is because it has a title that I've been waiting for Umar to talk about again, because I want to talk about something dealing with his personality. So part of this title is What's Love Got to Do with It? And you've heard me say before that Umar doesn't really have the capacity to love or empathize. Here, baby. You need anything else? What you need? Girl, gone. Talking about she won't makeup. My baby is a girly girl, I tell you what. So I don't think he really has the capacity to love. And I know he's actually done this same seminar before on Facebook, where he talked about, it's the same title, What's Love Got to Do with It? I don't know if this is the same as before, but basically last time his premise was, we don't need love to build black community, to build good families. All we need is two people who can agree and come together and make black babies. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, we're not wired to connect with somebody for life that we don't love. So it doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's watch it. I'm assuming that's what he's going to talk about, but I'm not absolutely sure. So let's see.
Collective Work and Responsibility, Kwanzaa Day 3, 2020. This is the Minister of Education and Mental Health for the entire African race, the Prince of PanAfricanism, Dr. Umar Tunde, Black Thanos, Notorious RBG,
Black Thanos,
Tunde, most requested black scholar in the world, that is I. Brothers and sisters, we're going to talk about a very important topic tonight. If you have children, please send them to bed, or
I mean, he about to get vulgar and inappropriate.
For children 18 years old and up. I repeat, 18 years old and up for tonight's Kwanzaa Day 3 Ujima Collective Working Responsibility Seminar being delivered.
Now, mind you, Ujima, and I've had this issue with Umar on these broadcasts before, not discussing the actual principle of Kwanzaa, but shooting off into some other bullshit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing except his own agenda and making some money. So, Ujima is about collective work and responsibility. So I'm trying to understand where this whole what's love got to do with it thing, black male female relationships, comes into play. So let's see. I think he did this live last night.
What's love got to do with it? That's what we're going to talk about. Healing the crisis in
He's
the most human trait is to want to know why.
In black male-female relationships. Healing the crisis in black male-female relationships. Let me give a shout out to our Caribbean African family, our Canadian African family.
Never been married. Never been in a significant relationship. Doesn't have an active, sustained, and consistent relationship with his own children. But you want to talk to us about the crisis of male-female relationships? Like, huh? And your expertise is based on your marriage or your significant relationships?
Our European African family, our Central and South American African family, of course, right here in the United States. We want to give a good evening to our American African family, our Australian African family.
I really like the selfie stick. I'm glad I used it. Thanks for reminding me.
Family, our brothers and sisters who are over in Asia, and of course, our continental African family. Speaking of our continental African family, I am wearing for the very first time, for the very first time ever on a live stream, I am wearing on my head the traditional ethnic crown of the Igbo nation, the Igbo man. This crown that I'm wearing was given to me in Nigeria. This crown that I'm wearing was given to me in Nigeria, in Port Harcourt, during my very first visit to the mother continent, 2005, as the young Garveyite Minister of Education for the UNIACL.
I'm gonna fast forward. It's so bad.
12, 14-hour Greyhound bus from Lagos to Port Harcourt. And when I met with the Garvey brothers and sisters in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, they put this on me. They dressed me up in the traditional wear of the Igbo man, the Igbo king. So I'm wearing this in solidarity with my Nigerian African family. This is the first time I've worn the crown in 15 years. Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, and the Congo, brothers and sisters. So
how do you have ancestry in all those places at one time? Cote d'Ivoire, Benin. Okay, so you got Nigeria, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, and the Congo. No, the Congo. The Congo. Nigga, you said your granddaddy was from Cuba. You can't just make up stuff. It doesn't make sense. And we know better now. You can't just make stuff. We got the internet. You can't just make up stuff. I wonder if Umar's ever taken an African ancestry DNA test to know exactly what his lineage is. It's interesting, right? I think we all have ancestry in Cote d'Ivoire, in Benin, in Nigeria. He said Lagos and Nigeria. Isn't Lagos in Nigeria? I don't know. Maybe I heard him wrong.
Me wearing this is exactly what I'm supposed to be wearing. I practice the Ifa of the Yoruba. But I'm wearing the crown of the Enugu people, brothers and sisters, the Igbo people of southeastern Nigeria. I can't wait to come back to Nigeria. I'm scheduled to be in Nigeria in March. PLO Lumumba has invited the Prince of PanAfricanism. PLO Lumumba has invited the Prince of PanAfricanism to Nigeria. I believe the conference.
You believe that? I believe. He said, wait. I'm scheduled to be in Nigeria this March. No date. PLA Lumumba has invited me to come to Nigeria. I believe the conference is in March. So is you scheduled or is you ain't? Because if I'm scheduled for something, I know when it is and nobody has to tell me. I believe when these are just the lies, man. You ain't even got to the real bullshit yet.
Of the economic strength of the mother continent. And that conference will be held in Nigeria. I will be presenting, I believe, to the youth, okay, to get them refocused on that pan.
You do not need to be talking to no youth.
How do I look, ladies? Do I look cute with my evil?
Umar Johnson don't need to be talking to no youth. And I don't know no man who want to look cute.
Do I look like the straight Nigerian that I am? Talk to me, brothers and sisters.
I'm not paying no
I don't
attention.
claim one ethnicity over the other. I claim the whole country, brothers and sisters. See, that's what I like about
you. Can't do that. Come on now, man. He about to say some bullshit. I'm from where I'm from. And depending on where you're from, where I'm from, you get handled and dealt with and interacted with differently. You can't claim everywhere. You got to claim a spot. What's that you claim? You can't sit here and say, I claim all the African ethnicities. That's irresponsible. And it's lazy. First of all, I don't claim any ethnicity from Africa because I'm not ethnically African. I'm ethnically an American-born African. But ethnicity is connected to culture. You're not ethnically all of anything. You can say I vibe with the Igbo, I vibe with the Benin, I vibe with the Somalian, I vibe with the Kenyans, I vibe with the Eritrean, I vibe, with the Cote d'Ivoire, with the Congo, with the, I vibe with the South African and the Lesotho, I vibe with the Rwandan, I vibe with. I tend to vibe with Ghanaian men much better than Nigerian men. I tend to vibe with South African women much better than Ghanaian women. I can't claim every ethnicity. These are different groups of people, different cultures, different mores, different norms, different history. Some of them are in conflict with each other. So how do you claim, this is why Africans say we want to be Africans so bad. This is what they mean when they say that. Ooh, you want to be African so bad. What they mean is you so desperate to be connected with something that you'll just claim anything and not even find out who you really are.
Is that we are mixed with the blood of the entire continent.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We are not mixed with the blood of the entire continent. So you're saying to me that Israelis are African? Because Israel is in Africa. I have Liberian blood in me as well as Kenyan blood, as well as Ethiopian blood, as well as Lesotho blood, as well as Congolese blood, as well as Cameroonian blood, as well as Ghanaian blood, as well as Sierra Leonean blood. And Cameroon got two Cameroons, the French Cameroon and the English Cameroon. So which Cameroon is your blood from? Because it's important in the Cameroon to know. Are you English Cameroon or are you French Cameroon? They don't claim all the sets. You got to say where you from. Oh boy told me it's another village not far away, and if somebody walk in his village from the other village, he want to know, where you from, homie? There's different, what are you talking about? You can't do this. You can't say I claim all the blood from we're filled with all the blood. No, we're not. No, we're not.
The American African is mixed with the blood of the entire continent. The American African.
That's a myth. That's not even a myth. That's a lie. That doesn't even make any sense.
That gives us a special place within the United States of Africa. That gives us a special place within.
So now we just making shit up. This like the statistics about grits and soap and toothpaste and carpet cleaner. You just making shit up now. The American African, or as I call the American-born African, is mixed. with all the bloods. But here's the thing, because, you know, we're allowed to speak and think critically over here. There are many American-born Africans who are literally like, I don't want to call no names. There are American-born Africans who are literally born in America, but both of their parents are from another country in Africa. So they're mixed with all the bloods. So if you have an American-born African and both of their parents are Nigerian, now they're mixed with Eritrean blood too? Because they're born in America, so that falls under what you said. Dude, what's love got to do with it? What's common sense got to do with it?
In the African Union, because we can come and be the reconciliators. We can come and we can be the ones who navigate the ethnic tensions.
Why would we be the ones to navigate their ethnic tensions? That's their business. Their culture, their history, their wars, their conflicts, their business. Why would I, as an American-born African from Midwest America, how could I? I don't understand. I've been a peer mediator, okay? I started peer mediator. I started peer mediating when I was in high school. I got trained to be a peer mediator, and I understand it very well. And I would never be set in a room to peer mediate with two people if I didn't know anything about either one of them, to be honest with you. Because a good mediator has to understand the underlying tension to the tension. So I would often get put in the room to mediate issues between two people I knew, because I understood what was happening between these two people from a chemical standpoint, if that makes any sense. I understand it. I knew who they were. But if I haven't been taught, let's just say Egypt has a tension with Rwanda. Two different parts of Africa, two different cultures, people groups, laws, mores, norms, cultures, everything. Different food, different grass, different structures, different governments, different histories, different struggles, different goals. If they have tension, who are me to mediate? They're going to look at me. Listen, somebody was in my comments last night and talked to another person who was from Africa, and they were both from Africa. And this man said, how are you going to disagree with me and align yourself with this non-African? And he was talking about a black person. We're both African. You're supposed to come and stand with me, not this non-African. And he was talking about a black person from America. And you think we're going to be able to go and negotiate and mediate some tension, and these motherfuckers don't even respect us? That's what doesn't make any sense. As well as the fact that you are being disrespectful to think that we... See, that's why people don't like Americans, because we're so fucking culturally arrogant. How are we gonna be the ones to mediate somebody else's bullshit and we ain't got shit straight in our own motherfucking country? We ain't got the RESPCT here we've been fighting for 402 years. So how are we gonna go and mediate somebody else's stuff? It doesn't make any sense, and it's arrogant. It's disrespectful. We're only at 6 minutes, y'all.
The conflicts, because we don't belong to one nation, we belong to many nations. In fact, as Dr. Wade
So
said,
where's the
elder psychologist Dr. Wade Nova said, we are the Pan-African people. The American African is not.
Okay. So here's what's going on. Let me just break it down. Umar trying to get his people ready for his big escape. Umar's trying to get his people ready for his big escape. 'Cause I gotta go. He's trying to get his people ready for his big escape. And he's trying to reunify the solidarity that he once had with people in Africa who now have realized he's full of shit. Do you know how many people I talk to who don't know who Umar Johnson is? And it tickles me. I was having a conversation with someone yesterday. And I was just sharing with them some of the things that I get into. And I was like, yeah, I make YouTube videos. And they were like, about what? And I was like, well, you know, I make a couple different subjects. I work out, you know, I take care of my baby, I teach, I do all kinds of stuff. But lately, one of the hot topics on my YouTube has been this character, Umar Johnson. And he was like, who? Who to what? Umar John, what? I was tickled. And I was like, he would be highly offended to know that you don't know who he is. Because he thinks that everybody black knows who he is. But he's really trying to get his followership back from Africa. Because they don't really fuck with him like that. They've realized, I think, at this point, he done gone over there and done what he needed to do with the women. And, you know, run through what he wanted to run through. And, you know, probably took some donations to start a school in Africa. Because I know he did it in Amsterdam. So you probably got some niggas wanting your head for their grandmama's money. And I'm pretty certain, because like a lot of, if you look at a lot of the groups that take him overseas in other countries are people from the continent of Africa. For example, when he went to Japan, the people that hosted him, there were two people, and the two people that hosted him were both from the continent of Africa. So they were in Japan from Africa. I know one of them for sure was, one of the guys that hosted him there was a guy and a girl, and the guy was from Africa. And most of the people that Umar was talking to while he was in Japan were people from Africa. So he needs to reconnect with the support from those countries, because I really honestly think there's a lot of those people who don't fuck with him anymore.
Only the ideological Pan-Africanists. We are the biological Pan-Africanists, because within this body is multiple ethnicities of the mother continent. Within this body is the blood of the Yoruba, the blood of the Igbo, the blood of the Mandingo, the blood of the Hausa. Within this body is the...
Listen, I got a dog. Every dog I've ever gotten, I got a DNA test for. Why? Because I needed to know what was in that dog so I'd know how to train it and what to expect. So Miles Davis was about 125 pounds, beautiful. He looked like a Doberman, but his DNA test said he was Doberman, Labrador, and Newfoundland elk hound, which meant he had 3 different personalities. And I knew exactly what they were. I knew when to call on that discipline of the Doberman. I knew when to call on the playfulness of the Labrador or the hard worker of the Newfoundland elk hound. Do you understand? I knew who he was. If I am full of every blood of every African, I'm a motherfucking schizophrenic, and now we know why we crazy. No. An African ancestry test will tell you that you are not mixed with the blood of every African. Because that doesn't make any sense. Ain't nobody around here. What? Y'all, that doesn't even make any sense. What multi-ethnic African made you? Because my father is Irish, Geechee, which is a West African that was brought over here and made into slaves. You good? Give me that. Irish, Geechee African, which is technically now an African American, but the Geechees didn't mix with anybody else. I'm trying to understand how that's every African. Like, he kind of gets lost in the sauce and mixes up a whole lot of history together. Because you can't say that every American-born African is every African. So we all have the same dietary needs as individuals. We all have the same bent and push as far as our academic or industrial bent. We all have the same body types. Bless you, sugar. We all have the same everything. Like, that's so evil to create that monolithic idea. And that's why, see, Umar don't like to talk about that. That's a very monolithic idea. When you hear people refer to African culture, which one? Which one? I'm worn out. It's 6 minutes and 39 seconds.
You cite all the great nations of Ghana and all the great nations of the Congo, brothers and sisters, all the great nations of Togo and Benin and Cote d'Ivoire. We are the Pan-African people, brothers and sisters. Ashe.
No.
Ashe.
No.
Ashe.
See, that's the same shit they used to do in church where they say something that was foul and ugly and wrong and they'd be like, amen. 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 Now you got to say amen. And that's abusive. You just stated a unfact, a not fact, a mistruth, not a motherfucking fact, and you gonna have an ashe behind it. Ain't no ashe on that, nigga. That is not an ashe. That is not an ashe moment. An ashe moment would be you getting an African DNA test and finding out exactly what you are, beside Cuban. Yeah, we know Cubans came from Africa too. You ain't got to tell me.
We'll be starting off the new year. I'm gonna have to start wearing this. I think I look kind of cute.
No, what is cute? What is a North
Philly
Philly eyebrow?
Ogun lion, but let me remind everybody that the
He just
Prince of
seems very
Pan-Africanism will be starting
effeminate right now.
the new year in Frederick Douglass City, Rochester, New York. I will be starting out the new year in Frederick Douglass City, Rochester, New York, brothers and sisters, at the Allah Kitchen, owned by a brother from the gods and earths. He invited me through. Guess what we got to do? We have to agree to disagree ideologically, philosophically.
How you think that's gonna turn out? Wait a minute, my little magnetic eyelash done fell off. Hold on. I've been testing these eyelashes for a YouTube video I'm working on.
We can disagree politically, but socially and constructively, we must be able to unite.
Look, they got magnets on them that connect to this liner.
The nation of Islam.
I'm gonna have to make sure I include that in my review.
Everyone
Motherfucker just fell off.
at the table. As the Bible says, in my Father's nation, there are many rooms within that house. Do you understand me? Many rooms. There's only one religion.
Let's
and
see
that
what
is
happens.
the worship of the almighty supreme power of the universe. There's only one religion, and that is the worship of the almighty supreme.
I've been testing these eyelashes out for the last couple days. There's this magnetic eyelash system, and I have decided to do a review on it to see how it works. It's a magnetic liner, and then you've got somebody explained to me this morning, positive ions, negative ions, and all this other stuff that my broadcast degree didn't teach me about. And so that's the first time that's happened. That's interesting. Now, when I did it this morning, I didn't do it directly according to the instructions, so that might be why. That bitch just popped off. It was just sitting there like a caterpillar. Wow. There it is. Okay. That's interesting. So let me show you. I'm just going to interrupt this video for a second. You might be able to see 3 little magnets popping out at the edge. Those magnets connect with this eyeliner. And let me see if it'll stick this time. It might not, because I've already put it on there once, and I think you can't reuse it. But I feel it sticking. Oh, there it is. Yeah, they just pop on just like that. Okay, I think we're back in business. Let's continue.
Mommy, I don't want break.
It feels weird, though. Here, let me... It does look weird, right? Okay, I'll fix that later. Let's continue.
Of the universe. Your religion is simply your chosen pathway to get there. Your religion is simply your chosen pathway to get there, brothers and sisters. As you know, there's 1,000,001 ways to get anywhere. When I go up to Rochester, New York, I can go this way. I can go that way. I can go a back way.
I agree with that.
1,000,000 ways to get to your destination.
I agree with that 100%.
Let us not argue over the pathway.
I agree with that.
But let us all agree that we're heading in the same direction.
Now, that's one thing Umar Johnson has said that I thought has been really, really effective and really helpful in telling people to put down these religious guards so that we can come together as people, because really the only thing that keeps us separated is our religion for the most part. We'll get so far, we'll get so close, and then all of a sudden it'll be, are you a Christian? Are you Muslim? Are you Ifa? Are you Hindu? Are you Buddhist? Are you shaman? What are you? You know, even in African nations, they war over religion all the time. So like, I really honestly agree with him when it comes to that. And I really have appreciated that he said it. And I've had to remember that at times when I want to go back into my old dogmatic ways of trying to get people to agree with what I have to say when it comes to Ifa and African spirituality and Pan-Africanism and all those other things. I have to remind myself that we don't have to argue about this, because this is not as important. I'm glad he said that. I appreciate that.
Let's not argue over the pathway, but let us agree that we are all heading in the right direction, brothers and sisters. So yes, brothers and sisters, hit your Cash App, donate to the Frederick.
There go that Cash App. You better hit that bitch. Run them donations.
FDMG School. Hit your PayPal.
Hit your PayPal.
FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal.
You better hit that motherfucking PayPal.
FDMG Academy. Mail in your check or money order. P.O. Box 9630.
He ain't even said shit yet, and he already asking for money.
If you didn't catch all that, you can text me for it.
Let me offer a suggestion to this bowl of confusion. They haven't sponsored this video, but I've heard they've done great work. Check out AfricanAncestry.com. They won't sell your DNA, and they have more accuracy to tell you exactly where you're from on our continent. So you don't have to worry about being full of everybody's blood or mediating anybody's tension. Check them out. Let me know what you think.